Now looking at the eye here, we can see the muscle fibers running straight. That is a rectus muscle. On top, superior rectus. On bottom is inferior rectus. We have lateral rectus on the outside and medial rectus on the inside of the eye. We also have the inferior oblique. We can see the muscle fibers coming at an angle. And the lateral side of the eye is where inferior oblique will insert. So that'll help you figure out left from right. And then the superior oblique muscle comes at an angle on the top of the eye. The ear is divided into three parts: the external ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. The external ear is going to be made up of the auricle or pinna. So that is the portions of the ear you see on the outsides of your head. These are made of elastic cartilage, and the shape of the ear and the inner part of the ear is going to allow sound waves to be funneled into the hole, which the hole is called the external auditory or acoustic canal or meatus. The tympanic membrane is a thin membrane that is commonly referred to as the eardrum, and it's going to vibrate as sound waves hit it, and it's going to translate the sound waves onto the ossicles, which are the ear bones, which will rattle together and keep moving it along to the cells. So here's the auricle or the pinna, the outer ear. Here is the external acoustic meatus or canal, and then here is the tympanic membrane right there. The middle ear is going to be filled with air, and this is going to be located in the petrous portion of the temporal bone. There are three ear bones called ear ossicles. The first one is malleus, which is the outside bone, and it's going to be located actually touching the tympanic membrane. Now it's named after what it looks like, so it looks like a hammer. The middle bone is called incus, which is named after an anvil. And if you don't know what an anvil is, that's all right. It's just something that people are able to hammer metal on. Or also the anvil is what used to fall out of the sky and hit the coyote on the head from the old cartoon. Stapes is going to articulate with the oval window. And so this is the innermost bone, and it's named after it looks like a stirrup. We also have something called the eustachian tube or auditory tube. So this is actually going to pass to the nasopharynx, and it's going to allow air to equalize with pressure. And so if you ever had your ears pop, whether you're flying an airplane or you're going up a really big hill or mountain, what happens is the pressure on the outside changes from the pressure on the inside of the middle ear, and so that causes a distortion. So they usually tell you to yawn or chew gum or just open your mouth of some sort, as this is going to allow air to travel from the eustachian tube and equal those pressures out. So taking a look here, this bone right here is malleus. This is connected to the tympanic membrane. We have incus in the middle, and then we have stapes at the end. And then we also see a little bit of that eustachian tube right there. Zoomed in again, here is malleus, so touching tympanic membrane. Here is incus, and then here is stapes at the end. We also see eustachian tube. This is a really good picture to see where eustachian tube is going. You see it goes through here and out to the nasopharynx. The inner ear is going to also be divided into functional divisions. We have the auditory, or also called cochlear division, and then also the equilibrium division, which can also be called the vestibular division, just named after which part is going to be detecting that information. So in the auditory division, this involves the cochlea, which looks like a little snail, and it's usually going to be turned around 2.5 times. It has internal structures, which you'll get more into in physiology. But here is the cochlea. See, it spins right here, looks like a snail. Here's the inner portions of it. Also, we have the oval window, which will be the top opening. This is actually what is physically connected to stapes. And then below that, there's something called the round window, and they're just named after what they look like. One's oval shaped, and then one is circular shaped. So as we take a look, right now, the oval window is covered by stapes, but if we remove it, there'd be an oval shaped hole. And then below it is a round hole called the round window. The vestibular division is actually going to detect equilibrium. And the main part of it is called the vestibule, and it's actually connected to the cochlea.